Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading with the Astroflower. If you don't know anything about the Astroflower, please go in the description below and you will find loads of links to your heart's content to explore, all about introductory videos, our sister channel, Somatic TV, also our books and everything like that. This is going to be a weekly reading going right through from the 13th to the, no, from the 7th to the 13th. I was going to go 13th, 7th then. From the 7th through to the 13th, yes. Let's just have a look what's going on. These are your spiritual path, material path, and this is what your karmic sort of situation is in this coming week. So this is the at the base of the petal. So this is, look at this real journey, a real starting from next week. Looks like there's going to be a real something that comes in next week that's going to change plans so much that you'll feel like that you're on a new plan. That's what it looks like. On the spiritual thing, it's asking you to go on a journey, and it's asking you to take, this is not the first time this has come up for any of the readings. This has also been on other people's readings, but it's like an idea of, you might have moved, let's say, from London to Bristol or Bristol to London or whatever. And or anywhere from Connecticut to, I don't know, New Orleans. Okay, so, and you might kind of think, do you know what, Connecticut was brilliant, or Bristol was brilliant, or London was brilliant. And that's what it feels like. It feels like it's more sort of like a community thing going on here. And it might be on a journey to discover the sort of like the community that you wish to have. Oh, look at that with the sun, beautiful. All right, and the Wheel of Fortune on the other side. So this could be a case of just actually finding that same sensation in the community that you actually are. That could well be it. But I think on the spiritual and the emotional front, I think it's much more to do with community than anything else. The reason I say sort of journey and going somewhere is because this Tower moment, and you've got to obviously there's obviously a change that's coming for you this week. This could be a new job. This is on the material side. This could be a new job. I think it is a new job because it's tied into the Wheel of Fortune. How lucky were you? Yeah. So this Tower moment is just kind of like saying, the universe is sort of saying, maybe do things completely differently. Maybe still doing what you do, but differently. So let's just say, you were selling something. You've got a shop and you sell your pottery and stuff like that, and you've been selling them as unique items, but maybe the universe is sort of saying, well, maybe you should do pottery that is that people can buy in packs, so they buy a 6 service and stuff like that. So just simple things like that. It just could be as simple as that, where you actually start on a new rebranding of your company and stuff like that. But that's on the physical material path. On the spiritual path, now this is really nice. Got the new journey coming in. This is what the universe is encouraging you to, obviously, to go on that journey that you've had inside your head. And, it's your karmic side of it. This is your actual karmic mission. So you're actually looking for those emotions that you tied into when you were a lot younger, when you were a kid, just being an idiot, doing things because you're a kid, building a go-kart and going down that hill without any brakes on the go-kart, having no idea how you're going to stop. But do it anyway, because you're a kid. It's like when you get to an adult. I got a great birthday card the other day. When you get to an adult, it sort of says, old enough to know you shouldn't be doing it, but young enough to just go ahead and do it. Something like that. And it feels like that on that sort of side. And I think these are the spiritual guides that are trying to encourage your path to go forward. And that's what appears to be happening here. You've got a really nice reading. I don't want to, jinx it. Oh, look. Hey, I'll tell you this, right? Don't have a go at yourself, Sag, because I think out of 5 signs I've done, this has come up in every single sign on this very same side, on the material world. Anxiety and angst. It might be anxiety and angst of starting this new journey. That's what it might be. And that's what might be the thing that's running around in your brain at the moment. It's probably not a good thing. Once you start running that around in your brain, Sag, you procrastinate, You lose your direction, you lose your fire. Not a good thing. Don't do it, right? But because it's come up in so many signs, and it's on that outside which interacts with the rest of the world, I've got a funny feeling it may be bigger than you and I. It may be bigger than just us. It might be something that comes in from the outside world. Be very interesting to see what happens. I'm going to do a world reading, actually, to see what's going on in the world. That'll be coming out after this weekend, after this weekly update. So I'll be doing it this weekend just to see what happens. Let's see what the final sort of how these two paths go together over this week. That new journey. So that's coming from, the devil and rebirth. That is your karmic mission on a physicals front. And by the end of the week, you'll have seeds to plant. You'll be able to put down your seeds to sort of say, okay, I've got my path, I'm going on it. On the spiritual front, you have the Queen of Cups, which is way outweighing that Nine of Swords. And I think you're just going to be so happy and so fulfilled within your love and pleasure of everything that is around you. That's the thing about the Queen of Cups. It's not a love for someone, it's for love for life itself. And she just radiates that whole sort of thing. And you could have that in your subconscious. So you may be worried about money, how you're going to physically do and everything like that. But in your heart, you probably know it's going to be all right. So it was a bit of a leap of faith, apparently, this journey. With inside you, you believe. You've got that self-belief within you. You're believing in your emotional side of your journey, which I think is probably a good idea because it's certainly going to bring you happiness. But on your physical side, you seem to be doing everything okay in order to start something in the very near future. Could even be at the end of this coming week, or could be the week after. It could be a change of a job, for example, or starting of a business, or even just start doodling, start, writing that play or that sitcom or something like that. Just putting pen to paper. That could be that seed. It could be, looking online and finding those articles that you think, I'd like to sell them in my shop, rebranding and that sort of thing. It could be a case of, starting a new job, putting your feet down. But on the spiritual side, it's definitely, your guides are trying to bring you into happiness. That's what they're trying to do with that sun. You and your guides are on a plan for fun. That's basically it for you guys. And you should go on that journey. Let's just see how these all sort of fit together, yeah? Just having a quick look at your Astroflower and seeing the elements that are running through you. And obviously we're in Aquarius season at the moment. So you have that water and earth crossing at the top. And the both are really mixing. So you should be very productive at the moment. Should be really good with you. And also on this side here, you've got fire and air. Explosive. It's a real sun going on. And yeah, you've got really good, everything seems to be playing in your sense. Don't be the one that brings you down, okay? Sag, you can do that sometimes. So, the Page of Wands, joyous, childlike activity or childlike attitude. This is what I told about earlier on. Kid going on a go-kart. This is connecting. The guides are connecting to the universe, trying to encourage that around you. Give you that opportunity to be a kid, yeah? And that's going to be the Three of Cups, so it's going to be involved with other people. And the Nine of Cups, it's going to give you everything you want. On a spiritual level, guys, Sag, it doesn't really, in a way, it doesn't really matter what you do. Who gives a monkeys? Whatever you're going to do, if you do it in the idea that I want to have fun, that's what you're going to get. Full on. Nice reading. So, King of Emperor, so a bit of a tower moment. So you got to sit within your power. You've got to be, sure about yourself. Even if you're not sure about the future, just be sure that you know that you can do it. You can do anything. We can do anything. If you want to do it, you've got to just go ahead and do it. Seven of Swords. So this is this new beginning. And I think that's tied into the Nine of Swords. And this is what I'm talking about, is you maybe sort of bringing it down. And you might be a little bit suspicious because you're in a new environment, maybe in a new job, trying to suss people out, or you're a little bit suspicious about how your competitors are going to steal your rebranding or everything like that, you know. It might just play on it because it's new. And when it's new, we don't know anything. So it's the Emperor and the Queen of Swords. So justice, if you keep your mind clear and on your path, yeah, you'll get to that Ace of Pentacles with ease. You'll have the universe at your back. I think the universe is encouraging it. They're sort of saying, okay, I'm going to smash this up so you've got space to actually do something. That's what the Tower moment is giving you space more than anything else. And at the time, it may feel, you know, it may seem quite horrific, but over a period of time, I think you'll be very happy. Four of Cups. Now, Four of Cups has come in a lot on other signs in that very same position, either as the main card or as a clarification card. And it can be missed opportunities because you're a little bit sort of too looking into the past, saying, because when we look into the past and say, look, I'd like life to be like this, 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 and this, and you pick all the best things, but that may be putting a little bit too much of the constrictions on life. And you might get a bit sort of, you got to worry, because if you do that, then you might get a little bit sort of, life wasn't what I wanted. And it, you know, bit of a sulk situation. So just be wary of that, I think, more than anything else. I think that's what your guides are sort of trying to avoid as much as possible, or even avoid other people around you who are a little bit like that, you know, to bring you down. Patience. This is the Nine of Swords, according to the fortune. Once you start doing something, you've got to have patience for it to actually flow through. It's got its own personal rhythm. Any business has its own rhythm. Its job has its own rhythm. Money has its own rhythm. We have our own rhythms in us as individuals, as beings. But also, when we do things, projects have a rhythm in it. So you have to, and this is what the Wheel of Fortune, it's a wheel, it's a rhythm. So you've got to sort of have patience and do not try and lose sleep over it, because you could worry yourself into procrastination. That's what you could do. And you know that's no good for you. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. Okay, so just don't worry about it. Knight of Wands, it's going to ask you to really go on that journey, just to put your passion into it. Live. What is life for? Life is for living. That's all it is. There's nothing to win out of life at all. If you think you own a house and a car, forget it, mate. Or love. That's my London coming out, sorry. But forget it. That car, everything in that car came from the earth. Everything in that house came from the earth. At one point, it was a piece of the earth. So in theory, it's going to go back to the earth in one form or another. Your body is exactly the same. So there's no way can you ever tell me that you actually own something. You own nothing. We own absolutely nothing. So there's nothing really to win out of life apart from that experience of living it. So just go ahead and live it. Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, both on the start of a journey. The Knight of Wands is learning how to be free-willed and lived and love. But it's also asking you on this side, a sort of Ace of Wands, victory coming in sort of thing. And if you are patient, your patience will see out, and you will realise that you've already started the journey by the end of the week. And at the end of the week, you'll kind of go, oh yeah, I'm on it. Great, fantastic. Let's just see what's going up through the middle. And this is where we get the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is a bit sort of in the air and everything like that. There's sort of, it's a pig flying on the card, so you're a bit dreamy and stuff like that. Let's just see what sort of flows through that. Knight of Swords, so yeah, being asked to sort of get on and move on quite quickly, yeah. And the Queen of Pentacles, you are sure this is going to be a really solid path that you go down. This could well be once every 10 years or even a lifetime sort of thing. It's not the sort of thing that turns up every week. But it just seems like, it's through you and your understanding of you you can really take the path and do whatever you so desire. You know, I just want a bit of a clarification on that Page of Cups. I know I shouldn't, so I warn you now, okay? I know I shouldn't, and I thought I shouldn't. What I think this Page of Cups is doing to you, and this is it, so it's connecting both sides. This dreamlike sort of state that you can create within you, Sagittarius, and within the world around you. You're brilliant at that. You know, doing that actually creates a lot of healing for yourself because you enjoy it. And when you enjoy life, you actually heal any sort of not problems, but yeah, you could even heal you physically. You know what I mean? I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I do loads of healing, and so I help people. But I know that the majority of illnesses are caused by stress. So therefore, if you're actually living your life, you're going to be a lot less stressed. Therefore, you'll get a lot of healing. So actually, it's a pretty good card. All right. How to turn things on its head. Anyway, Sagittarius, that has been your reading for the week, the 7th to the 13th. Don't forget, we've got loads of links in the description below. Please go down there and explore after you've subscribed and click that bell because you're going to need to do it. All right? I'll speak to you soon. Take care for now. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.